and make a really fancy one, if you go up to Start and go to Infrastructure, there's the Photo Studio. And so if you hop into the Photo Studio, it'll have a lot more options than just what's here. You can select a box environment, and so if you've got that set up, you can have a north wall. There we go. Hop out of my render. So you have a north wall, a south wall, a west wall, east wall, top and bottom. And so you can actually double click on each one of these and select what type of image you would want on that wall. So I mean, if you wanted it to be kind of an industrial looking type place, you could put like factories and things like that. If you want to make it just a simple black and white background like I did with my renderings, you could select something like that. You can scale the images on there. You can also add shadows if you want to. So you can add shadows to the images. You can change the colors. So there's a whole bunch of options there. Once you get that all set up, you can turn a light source on. It's just right below the create box environment. It's just a light create spotlight. And so you can actually change the angle on this thing. You can make it kind of more widespread, or you can focus the light on a particular spot just by changing the little angle on that. You can also change the angle that you're placing it at. So maybe we want to do that, have a little spotlight there. Anyway, and then you can create a turntable, and you can actually revolve the room if you want to. You can take a camera shot, and so instead of having something straight on, you can actually like revolve it and kind of say where you want the camera viewing angles to be at. So like right now our camera is kind of shooting in that direction. We can grab that and change the shot angle.
Is there a way to rotate the part itself?
Yeah, I think that's the turntable option. So if you click on that and like rotate it, I think that should change it. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the turntable does exactly. It looks like it's turning this axis, but maybe I need to snap that to the part first. Go ahead and keep that at 0. Let's see. Yeah, it won't automatically snap, will it?
I wonder if that's for animation.
I'm not sure. I'd have to look that up on the help menu. But you can change the camera angle, and then when you're ready, you just do a simulation, and you can even select your mechanism. So like you can add a motion simulation inside of the photo rendering tool, and you can show your 4-bar linkage cranking with like a lighting on it and a shadow on it and material properties and decals on it, all that fun stuff. So we could put that in there just using that simulation. When you're all done, you do create shooting, and you can change your viewport to the new one that you created, or you can keep it at whatever it wants it to be. You can select the environment that you created. So environment 1 would have all of the little images on the different walls. You can select the light that you want, so you can change a different light setting. You can change how big you want the image to be, and then you can save it onto a disk if you want to. So I can put this on my J drive. We'll go over to 471 Catia, and we'll call it shooting 2. And you can save it with a bunch of different types of file types. Why is this not working? There we go. So you can save it as like a TIFF, which has the most memory allocated for an image, so you get the best quality. JPEG is fair quality. It condenses it, and so when you compress it, you kind of lose some of the integrity of the image. But you can do any one of those. TIFF's just fine. And so when you're all done, go ahead and press OK, and it should have created the image. So you can come in here to wherever it was that you saved it. It didn't look like it saved it yet. Hang on. So shooting 2, press OK. Hang on disk. Oh, really? Okay, it might be there then. Let's see, that's shooting 1. That's from a previous image, though. Yeah. So if I press OK, we want this to be on my J drive inside of 471 folder, inside of Catia. So shooting 3. Why is my screen not letting me? Anyway, so press OK, and then if you render it, maybe it's got something like this. So there's the light source that I put on it, and then you can just click save and save it off now that you've got all of your settings done. And so there's now shooting 2, which is that image right there. So you guys can get some really cool visualization stuff on this stuff. And then you can also run the 4-bar mechanism and then save that. So if you guys wanted a really nice, kinematic simulation with materials applied and lighting and shading and a background, you could even run it in this and it would work just fine. So I don't know if NX has this capability to do it in a showroom type environment where they're actually doing their simulation or not. I haven't seen it, so I think you guys have the advantage over them. So anyway, so that's pretty much the visualization in a nutshell. You guys, for the visualization, it's not like a lab or anything. I would recommend throwing some really nice visualization in your final PowerPoint. You don't have to use the Catia tool. You could use Photoshop or Illustrator or any of those other. You could use Paint if you wanted to. But you can use any one of those. I think Catia does a great job with this, so I would definitely utilize this tool. I think that's pretty much everything. Oh, did you guys get my email for the Homework 10 assembly? Yeah. It's not due until 2 weeks from today, but I figured out what the problem was with my joint. And so if you guys are doing an FE assembly project on your actual vehicle, it shows the correct way to do your connections, and that it should show how to actually solve it correctly. So I sent that out. I think it's up on TCC. Let me double check real quick here.
It is.
Is it? I don't remember my password. I think it's this. Nope. Shoot, I don't remember my password. I don't use it enough, but it should be up there. Oh, I do have an example of it here inside of my groups folder. Catia 10. Oh, there it is. So I've uploaded this onto Team Center Community, and I think I emailed it out to you guys as well. But if not, you can hop onto TCC and pick it up. So the problem, the place where I went wrong last time, I was trying to create bottom-up constraints and then use the pressure fit connection property to attach them. There's a better way to do it. There's this analysis connection toolbar, and each one of these will create a different type of connection. This first one is called a face-to-face, or like a general analysis connection. So this one will allow parallel faces to be connected or make concentric cylinders connected. So if you click on this button right here, and then go ahead and click on the two different faces, the exterior of the shaft and the interior of the rim, then you go ahead and do a connection property. It'll create a red line, and then the connections will now be complete, and then you can just fix it, apply your loads, and solve it, and it should work just fine. So using these connections right here, you shouldn't have any issues with doing your own assembly FEA on your vehicle. If you guys do need a reference, I think, let's see, do I not have that on here? Yeah, if you guys do need a reference, I did post either on TCC or in the email where I got that specific tutorial from. And so you guys can use that. There's like 5 examples on there. So it's a really good tool. But I think I've got it down now. So if you guys have any questions with Assembly FEA, you can come see me during my office hours or shoot me an email, and I can give you guys a little bit of help so that you can actually get that thing put together. So hopefully that should solve that problem. As far as I know, there's only one lab left after we get back, and that will be CFD. So I'll cover the first portion of it, but then we'll be doing all of the CFD using Hypermesh and ANSYS. So Eric or Jared will come in and kind of help out with that. Do you guys have any questions on kinematics or visualization? It's a pretty easy tool. It's a lot of fun. I definitely would encourage you guys to take portions of your vehicle and just play around with it. It's a lot of fun. So, okay, well, that's pretty much it. All I had for today. Pretty short lab. So, happy Thanksgiving to you guys, and I'll stick around if you guys need help with anything. So. Oh, did you guys get the paper about grades? Okay. If you guys have any missing assignments, make a list. Like, go through the list and. Yeah. So if you have any missing assignments and you know you turned it in and you know you should have points for it, go through your documents that you've submitted and email us a list of all of the names of the assignments you're missing exactly as you have them written, because chances are we just did a search and couldn't find it because there's thousands of documents being submitted. So we have to go through those and grade them. Also, double check and make sure that you shared it with the TAs, because you could have created it, you might just not have shared it. If you recently fixed that, we still need to know that you fixed it, because otherwise, we're not going to go back and regrade it unless you guys notify us, or not regrade it, but give you the points. We're not going to do that unless we know that it's been fixed. So go through and create a list put your name on it. Say, I am missing these exact assignments. Put the exact name down for the assignments that you're missing. So we can do a search and make sure it's there, and then we'll put points on the spreadsheet for you and give you those points. But I think like a third or a fourth of the class is missing at least 10 to 20% of their assignments. Just because we couldn't find the document because the instructions written in the lab weren't like matched up. So 'cause that's what we did the search for.
So